Hello, family. Hi. It's been a minute. And I said I was going to do better. I'm going to do better. I promise, with these videos. I promise. And it is very therapeutic to talk about it and to get it out. So this is great. I don't know if I should really start like an update or kind of start from where I kind of left off. Because we're now in 2025. I'm talking about the hell I had to live through back in 2020. 2021 wasn't any better. In 2022, the saga continued, and then 2023 he lost his mind, and then in 2024 he spiraled a little bit, right? Oh gosh. All right, so let me just start by saying, and I know I've commented and I know that I've, kind of shared, but let me just start by saying, when I tell you God doesn't waste anything, God doesn't waste anything, okay? And I am grateful that the crap that I have gone through has helped so many women and so many children. That makes me very happy. It's funny because, not to give away my dream, I don't want to speak it out there and somebody snatch it up, but maybe 2016, I wrote something down and I shared it with someone who was near and dear to my heart at the time. And it was something that has to deal with, building up and creating a space for, ooh, Lord, it's an lotion. Building up and creating a space for women and children. And I didn't think it would, be like this, but it's a good start, right? It's a good start. I've had women reach out to me for advice on how to leave their situations. And let me tell you, okay, I am not the poster person or the spokesperson for divorce. I am not. I believe in love. I believe in marriage. I desire to be happily married to a man who wants to be happily married to me as well. I believe in love. God did his big one when he created the matrimonial union, whatever, you know what I'm trying to say. And there is nothing else in the world like it, and nowhere in any of our conversations. And ladies, if don't out yourselves, but if you've ever had any conversations with me and you're coming and you're complaining, or you're coming and you're venting, or you're coming and you're asking for advice, I always ask, have you considered counseling? Have you done this first? Have you done that first? Have you crossed your T's and dotted your I's? I am not the spokesperson for divorce. However, I am the spokesperson for loving yourself and being happy and being safe and feeling safe and being respected and all of those things. I will always stand and be the face of that, if anything. But yeah, so I go back to court on in March, mid-March, and this is for child support. So this is because the respondent, that's their name in my phone with the Kendrick Lamar picture. We go back in March for child support. So they petitioned for child support in 2023. That's also when I moved back to Illinois. But I think I mentioned in one of my previous videos, like after I was kicked out, I left the house and we were going to North Carolina anyway for Thanksgiving with my family. And so from Thanksgiving in 2020, our very first Thanksgiving of the pandemic, one of those times, right? I had the children with me, and we were communicating and agreeing back and forth on, when they would be back and forth, and if they were going to go to school in North Carolina or if they were going to go to school in Illinois. How many months would they spend there? How many months would they spend here? And, with either parent, we were very much on the same page for the most part, as far as how to split time with the kids, right? So long story short, fast forwarding a little bit, for 2 years, they'll be 9. For 2 years, they spent a little more than half the year with one parent than they did the other parent. But there was never any lacking in parental support. There was never any breakdown in communication where, children weren't provided for. You picking up what I'm putting down? And it came from someone else's mouth to my ears from the respondent's mouth, allegedly, that they, petitioned for support because if I could buy a house, then I could help with, I don't know if I'm saying too much, but it is what it is, and it's my story, it's my truth, and it is the truth. Facts, receipts, recordings, and paperwork, and things of that nature. Anywho, it was said that they did that because if I could buy a house, then I could help with, at first it was medical bills, right? A year and a half later, I still don't know what these medical bills were or are to this day. And then it was, but remember previously in some of the videos, it was, well, after I was kicked out, the story was, well, she doesn't even have a place to live. I was staying with my mom at the time. So 4 months later, after moving to a brand new state during the global pandemic, I got a job and I got an apartment. 2 months in, I got a job. 4 months later, I got my own apartment. And then a year later, I bought my first home. So after I got my apartment, months after that, that's when they petitioned for a modification for parenting time. Why? When we already agreed where they would go to school. We were both in agreement where they go to school and how we split the holidays. But okay, sure. Live your best life. Do what makes you feel powerful every day, right? And then months after I got my house, that's when there was a petition for child support. Never a conversation about that one. That one, I wouldn't say it took me by surprise. I wouldn't say that it took me by surprise, but I will say that I wasn't really expecting it, although people in my support system definitely could see the signs. Oh, they could definitely see the signs, or just because of how he was, how he was acting and how he was moving and things that he was saying, it was looking very much vindictive, very much, I'm after you, very much, if you can do this and you can do that, very much, why are you not dying? Why are you still thriving? Why I'm trying to cut you down at the legs. Why are you still standing high? That's what it gave. That's what it still gives, unfortunately. And I truly hope that this person finds peace and happiness and someone to love on them. Maybe that will help. But yeah, it's very difficult to co-parent with someone who is trying their hardest to tear you down. Like I've pretty much gone no contact with this person. Like I don't speak to them. I have to see them in the next 2 weeks for a meeting, concerning the offspring that we share. But prior to that, I don't remember the last time I saw their face in person. It may have been like months ago. I don't talk to them. We have nothing to talk about. If you don't respect me and if you are like a threat to my well-being, yeah, no. So that's kind of where it is right now. Wow, that went by faster than I thought. So stay tuned for part 2.